The flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Mahama, in an interview on VOA, suggested an independent audit of the results of the 2020 polls to resolve the tensions surrounding it after declaration by the Electoral Commission. According to the New Patriotic Party, this call does not have a legal basis.
All of a sudden, we are hearing about auditing and having, and where does this place in our political arrangements, either the CI 127 or our national constitution, or where does this place, and how independent would that independent body does? Instead of you to do your work by independently following and collating your results, you decided to shed that responsibility, and you are now asking an independent. Where does that fall? Where in our democracy does that fit into the current arrangement? I think it is better for him to come up to terms with what has happened. You've lost the election by a margin of over 500,000.
The General Secretary of the NPP, John Boadu, said that a wide margin of victory in the presidential elections shows clearly that there is no argument surrounding the results.
The difference between the two candidates is 517,231. The percentage points scored by the candidate of NPP is one of the highest since 1996. So the presidential election was not even close, and therefore there was nothing contentious about it. So if you listen to the NDC right from day one, they were not even contending about the results coming out of the presidential election. So it is strange now that their candidate has now woken up from his slumber and is talking about presidential elections.
According to him, the NPP is bound to challenge the parliamentary results of some constituencies in the just ended elections.
We also dispute the result of some of the parliamentary results, but we have not asked our supporters to go on the streets to protest these results. Our lawyers are putting our evidence together to the courts to challenge them. And I can cite one typical straightforward example of Banda constituency. When we put our pink sheet together, we realize that we are winning by 27 margin. That means that our parliamentary candidate should have been the one to be declared the parliamentary candidate elect. We are not asking our supporters to go on the street. The election has been declared at the constituency. So the best way for us out is to seek redress in the law court. And I think that that's what every decent political party and every decent candidate does in our democracy.
Speaking to journalists in Accra, John Boadu also expressed optimism about the chances of the NPP to secure the Citi West parliamentary seat, which is currently in contention to form the majority in the 8th Parliament.
We are confident that if Citi West is declared, the New Patriotic Party will add that one to our baskets, making it 138. The EC has affirmed that indeed the New Patriotic Party has majority of seats as of now. Yet the NDC continue to insist that they have a parliamentary majority in spite of this glaring fact. I shudder to understand whether the basic 1, 2, 3, 4 that all of us were taught right at nursery, they also went through that process.